Every set of medical records tells a story of a woman ruined by doctors in Ireland's maternity hospitals.
Slaughter yard, that's as I felt.
This woman had her symphysiotomy in 1964 after a doctor couldn't deliver her baby with forceps. But instead of performing a caesarean section, he opened her up with a saw, and the pain is etched all over her face even today.
Oh, pain right up through your back passage was unreal. When I'd get out of bed in the morning to go out to the bathroom, the water just poured from me. I never made it to the bathroom. It just came from me. I had no control over it.
It wasn't only Monica who was injured. Her baby boy was brain damaged, a product, it seems, of the doctor's refusal to get him out quickly enough. She spent many years and much of her own money treating him as he grew up and feels his pain every bit as much as her own.
Yeah, I brought him everywhere. And he was like any other boy. He liked to play football, but he couldn't, you know, that way. He wanted to play football with the boys in the school. And things like that was hard. But I had a little girl after that. And then she'd be jumping or doing something, and he'd say to me, "Why can't I do that?" And that was hard.
The compensation scheme offered her nothing for her son's disabilities. For herself, she received a total of €50,000 or $54,000, the baseline offered in a payment schedule drawn up by the Irish state. The Department of Health and the judge administering the compensation claims have simultaneously refused ever to grant us an interview, but have also condemned media criticism of the scheme as lacking objectivity. They do, however, seem to take the view that the scheme is the best, fairest and simplest way of compensating women for many years of pain and suffering. Yet the scheme seems to bear no relationship to recognised payouts. One woman who refused the state offer took her case to the High Court and got well over $300,000.
Ankle can go up to $70,000.
In Ireland, there's even a small book telling lawyers what they should expect to get for their clients if they hurt a knee or an ankle or some other part of their body. It was written in 2004. Even then, the payouts were higher than the symphysiotomy victims have received now.
It's predicated on the presumption that a lot of them suffered was simply an operation that shouldn't have been performed, but that they suffered no injuries afterwards, that they carried on their lives like everybody else, that it was just an inconvenience at the time.
In the UK, symphysiotomies were never carried out, yet in England, a woman permanently damaged during childbirth could claim compensation for her injuries, loss of earnings, medical support and other things. And a child disabled in birth could receive hundreds of thousands as well. If a woman in England suffered a life-changing injury in childbirth of the sort that these women have suffered, and the equivalent in Ireland, the maximum is about £120,000, €150,000, would that figure strike you as about right or low in this country?
I think it would be very, very low, very low. Again, it is linked to the level of injury that the person has, so it is completely dependent on the nature of the injury. But
these sorts of injuries these women have suffered in Ireland?
Well, this is a life-changing injury, so I would imagine that it would be very low, yes.
Of course, the most striking thing about these injuries is that they were done to the women not by accident, but on purpose by doctors, who it appears wanted the mothers to be opened up, simply so they could have more and more babies, regardless of the impact on their health.
I was never the same person, that's what I could say. Never the fully same person as I was, yeah.
For now, many like Monica believe their small compensation, the letters from the state advising them to spoil themselves with the proceeds, do nothing but belittle everything they have gone through. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera in Dublin.